I'm going to need you to be honest with yourself over the next 10 minutes because what I'm about to walk you through is probably going to make you a little uncomfy. In fact, it might even trigger you. So let's dive right in. Every single month, you're dropping real money on how you look. Think nail appointments, getting your hair done, new clothes that you don't even need, new shoes, Botox, and you don't even blink when you're spending this money. We're spending hundreds of dollars, sometimes thousands a month on our looks and on our appearance, but yet investing in a coach when it comes to body transformation and your health is too expensive. Make that make sense. When did keeping your face and your hair fresh and looking good become more important than investing in a body transformation or in health that's going to stick around long term? I've coached hundreds of clients to transform their body over the past 7 years, which means I've had even more video consultations for folks who said it was too expensive or that they couldn't move forward for whatever reason. Today, we're going to talk about what this spending pattern actually looks like, what it's truly costing you, how to figure out if you're doing it, and what a different decision looks like. So let's go. Point one. Your self care budget is a lie you've been telling yourself. Getting your nails done, refreshing your hair, getting your quarterly Botox. I mean, truly, these are things that women spend their money on and pretty regularly too. Getting your nails done, refreshing your hair, getting Botox, having laser treatments. These are all typical things that a lot of women spend their money on as general maintenance. That's just what we do. But a health and fitness coach, that's extra. That's for people who are really committed or have hit their rock bottom or who really need help to transform their body. Maybe it's for even people who are just like really serious about their health and physique goals. At least that's what a lot of women tell themselves. Spending money on beauty products and services became so normalized decades ago that nowadays people don't even bat an eye or raise an eyebrow at regular nail appointments, hair appointments, beauty facials, and all the other things that a lot of women choose to spend their money on. And in conversations with your friends and family, it doesn't feel like something you have to justify either. It just seems normal. But a coaching investment, that just seems like too much. And it's typically followed up with a bazillion questions on why you're doing it, why it's so expensive, and why you really need it. Over time, one became the norm and one became a big, scary decision. But here's what's really going on. The beauty services and products that got normalized produces zero internal change. Like your nails can look good, your hair can look good, your face can look super beautiful, but if your metabolism's in the dumps, you don't feel energized, you don't feel confident from the inside out, no amount of beauty services and products are going to fix what needs fixing inside. Like, girl, you can look absolutely flawless and beautiful from the neck up. But if you can't walk up the stairs without being out of breath, or feel like you can't eat more food without gaining weight, or feel like your metabolism is in the dumps and your energy sucks, no amount of beauty products or services are going to help you feel your best. Now, I'm not telling you not to get your nails done or not to get your beauty treatments that you love because I do it too. But what I am saying is that you should be paying more attention to the big gap between what you say you want and what you're choosing to spend your money on. When you start to treat working with a body transformation coach and a health coach like general maintenance to your already regimented beauty services and products, your entire life gets better. I mean, think about it. If you skipped getting a haircut for an entire year, you would definitely have split ends and your hair would look like crap. So, why aren't we treating our body and our health and our transformation goals the same? Our body needs consistent and intentional investment just like our hair does. So rather than seeing it as an extra or an add on, we should see it as maintenance. Sidney came to me about a year ago as a full time working mom. She was newly postpartum. She had her hands completely full. Her schedule was packed and her wallet was tight. She had every reason not to invest in a body transformation and health coach, but at the same time, she knew that investing in a coach would help her lose weight, shed fat, and set a better example for her new son. And so she found a way to make it work. She knew the value in investing in a coach, and we made it happen. In just 6 months, she was able to lose 23 pounds naturally with me, build a lot of lean muscle mass, completely change her body composition, And not only that, she was setting a healthier example for her new son, which is exactly what she wanted to do as a new mom. When you stop treating coaching as optional and instead you start treating it as general maintenance, you actually achieve your goals and you're able to maintain them long term. But here's the thing, because even if you agree with what I'm saying, there's still a huge gap in misconception around what beauty products and services actually give you and what it actually costs compared to what coaching is going to give you longer term. And the gap between those two things is way bigger than most people realize. And that's what we're going to get into next. Point two, you're decorating a house with a cracked foundation. Spending money on aesthetics is kind of all the same thing. So, whether you're getting your nails done, getting Botox, or hiring a coach and trainer, it's all based on wanting to feel and look better. It can all be viewed as self improvement. So, whichever one you choose, it's totally valid. From the outside, the goals look similar. You want to look better, you want to feel better. And honestly, the beauty industry has done an incredible job at positioning and marketing every product and service as this big transformation. You see the before and after photos, you hear the glow up language, you see the testimonials, and it all feels like this big transformation that's going to completely change your confidence, how you look, and how you carry yourself throughout the world. And this happens even if the outcomes don't always line up with what you thought you were getting. But girly, we all know that Botox doesn't create a healthier, more energized, and strong body, and it definitely doesn't repair years of metabolic damage either. The designer bag isn't going to change your body composition. Getting your nails done isn't going to magically boost your metabolism. And getting facial lasers isn't going to rewrite years of generational trauma surrounding food and exercise. These beauty products and services are just sitting on top of what's already there. And if we're not focusing on fixing the inside and that foundation of your body, no amount of beauty products and services are going to make you feel like your true best self. Think about it like a house that needs a renovation. And I've used this analogy before. You can do a beautiful paint job, replace all the furniture, get amazing throw pillows and pictures, and do all the interior design work. But if the foundation is still cracked, no amount of new paint or throw pillows is going to fix the structure of it. And I'm not saying that surface investments aren't worth it. Like, get the Botox, get your nails done, have your hair looking fresh. Again, I do the same thing. But if you're investing seriously into beauty services and beauty products, and you're not actually investing into your body, which is the structure and foundation of your health and your physique overall, no amount of surface level spending is going to help fix what is a root cause investment issue. And at some point, those two things are going to be really hard to ignore at the same time. At the end of the day, investing in a health and a body transformation coach like me is going to give you way more than any surface level cosmetic service or product will. And this includes things like a custom 360 strategy with weekly adjustments so you can finally lose weight, shed fat, build muscle, boost your metabolism, and tone like you've always wanted to. Strategic guidance so you can become an expert at your own body and never have to diet again. Support and accountability so you can actually follow through and see the results that you want. Access to a community of like minded women who are there to cheer you on as you become a lighter, leaner, healthier, hotter, and stronger version of yourself. Like, I'm sorry, but a $100 serum or a $300 appointment or even spending $1,500 on laser treatments is never going to give you that. I had a consultation with a woman about a month ago who was struggling with her weight, and she has been for years now, almost a decade. In fact, every single Monday, she said she felt like she was starting over from scratch. She noticed creeping weight gain as she aged. She was dying in her desk chair with low energy. Her hunger cues were out of whack. She wasn't consistently feeding herself, and she knew that she needed to make a change because everything that she tried to do just wasn't working. Her motivation wasn't there, and she knew she needed proper support. She even tried eating healthy and working out for years and never saw the weight loss or fat loss that she wanted. When we got to the end of the consultation, she was totally on board and she knew that I could help her. But when it came down to the investment, she couldn't bring herself to do it because she said it was comparable to a designer bag that she wanted instead. You can see how the math just isn't mathing, because what good is a designer bag on the beach if you're carrying it on a body that doesn't look or feel like you want it to? Expensive purse or a body that feels amazing? I don't know, like, you tell me what sounds better, because I know what I would choose. And this is a perfect example of what's keeping a lot of women stuck spending money on things that don't actually create change versus investing in yourself with a health and a physique coach that can make lasting changes to how you look, how you feel, and how you move through life. When you understand that these two categories of spending money create vastly different outcomes, you start to see less judgment and instead more understanding of what's truly important for long term change. Like, to me, it's obvious. Of course, you should invest in the one that's going to create lasting change where you feel better, look better, and move through life better versus something surface like Botox or nails. Now that you understand what these two categories actually do, let's dive into what the pattern looks like for you because a lot of women don't even realize how they're spending their money or what they're spending their money on. So let's get into that next. Hey, real quick, if this is landing for you, hit subscribe. I post videos every week teaching women how to lose weight and shed fat naturally, build real muscle mass, change their body compositions for good, and increase their metabolism and energy so they're feeling and looking amazing. Now let's keep going. Point three, add it up and I dare you. Here's what I want you to do. And this is a little bit of a math problem. So you might need to get out a piece of paper and a pen. Think about what you spent last month on beauty products and services. If you get your nails done about once every 3 weeks, let's call that like 1.5 appointments per month. If you get your hair done, think a color, a cut, a blowout. Let's call that once a quarter. Botox might be 3 or 4 times a year, so you can divide that cost out monthly. Skincare products, new clothes, new shoes, you name it, the things that help you look good for that bachelorette party weekend or all the new outfits you need for XYZ trip, start to add it up now. And I'm not going to lie, because when most women add this amount up, it totals out to be about $500 to $1,500 a month on beauty products and services alone. And most women never look at this total amount in total, right? It's always a quick spend here, a quick bill there, hand over the credit card here, quick checkout on an e-commerce site, and you never actually see the total bill. This spending is oftentimes spread across categories on different credit cards. It's charged at different times per month. And honestly, this type of spending is kind of invisible to the eye because you don't actually know it's happening. It's kind of like it's running in the background. So here's what I want you to truly ask yourself. How much did you spend on your appearance last month? And again, this isn't judgment, it's just a reality check. Now compare that to how much you spent on an actual coach for your health and for your body transformation goals. Not a gym membership, not a fitness studio membership, but an actual real coach and a program that has weekly check-ins, weekly adjustments, weekly assessments, and continuous support and accountability for a longer period of time. We're talking 6 to 12 months. Now, how do those two numbers compare? If the first number is significantly higher, you are sadly spending your money on things that are going to improve the wrapper of your body without actually helping your body at the root cause. And that's the foundational, that's the structural part that really matters. And I know this may just seem like, oh, it's a reality check. Okay. But this is a choice that makes a huge difference in how you feel and how you look as you age. Not to mention keeping your mobility, your strength, and your independence as you age into your 50s and 60s and 70s when it starts to really matter. And I don't know about you, but no amount of Botox and nails is going to help me feel really strong and energized when I'm 60 years old and I really need it. But understanding the true cost of that gap is another. Knowing the numbers are one thing, but truly understanding the cost of that gap is another. Because the cost of not investing in your body and health isn't just physical, this is something that compounds over time. And that's what I want to talk about next. Point four, the gap is costing you more and more every year that you leave it open. Here's the thing I want you to really hear, and I said this in the beginning of the video. When did the upkeep of your face and your hair and your nails become more important than your health and your body transformation goals? And I think the honest answer for a lot of women is just something that wasn't consciously thought about or brought to the surface. One category got normalized and the other category was seen as optional or for those who really need it. But here's what that division is actually costing you. A 6 to 9 month program with a health and a body transformation coach like me, where you get a custom strategy, a custom plan, proper support and accountability so you see through, and to where you can get the results that you want, Oftentimes, it's way less money per month than what you're already spending on beauty products and services alone. A program like I offer in Body Transformation Blueprint produces lasting results that you can actually see and feel. This includes things like a stronger, healthier body where you have more energy, a higher metabolism that's resilient to gaining body fat in the future, less body fat overall, so your organs and your waist are happier, knowledge and empowerment, so you know exactly how to eat and move for your goals, toned arms, a juicy booty, and legs you feel proud of. And not to mention a body transformation that actually sticks 5 years later because you built it from scratch instead of injecting it. Take me, for instance. I lost 40 pounds naturally, got into the best shape of my life, and now I'm training for my first fit model competition at the oldest I've ever been. I didn't get here because I only chose to spend my money on nails and hair or laser treatments. I got here because I understand the importance of investing in myself in a way that's going to help me look and feel my best from the inside out. And again, yes, I spend my money on beauty products and services, but I've also spent over $80,000 on coaching over the past few years because I understand the value and the true impact that long term services and coaches can provide. As women, we have got to stop thinking about coaching as a nice to have or as an add on. We also need to stop thinking about our health as something we'll do someday because time is going to pass and eventually it will catch up to you if you don't invest in your structure. We have to start treating our body like it's the only asset we're going to live in because it is. It's our meat suit. We have to take care of it. And every other investment like Botox or nails or hair or something frivolous like that new outfit for a bachelorette that you don't even need, that's going to fade with time. But a higher metabolism, more energy, more muscle, and less body fat, that's going to stick with you for life. So let's make this concrete because I want to give you something that you can do tonight. Not a vague plan, but a real step in how you can start looking at this differently. And we're getting into that one next. Point 5, do the math tonight and then make a real decision. Most decisions about money and spending feel really big and scary until you actually put the numbers down on paper. And then it gets really simple. You don't need a whole financial overhaul or a huge big spreadsheet. You just need 15 minutes and a chance to get really honest with yourself about what you're seeing. Think about it this way. Your body is the house that you live in. Everything else is just interior decorating and decor. You could spend your entire life filling a broken house with beautiful things without ever correcting or fixing the structure, or you can invest in the foundation and the structure of your house first, then fill it with beautiful things later. Like we already know, you can't Botox your way out of a cracked foundation. No amount of laser appointments or nail appointments are going to help fix your broken metabolism. And when you actually do this math and you put those numbers side by side, everything starts to shift. It stops being about whether or not you can afford something, and instead it starts to be a conversation about what you're prioritizing over the other. And again, no shame in spending money on these things, but if you truly want to feel lighter, leaner, healthier, hotter, stronger, and more energized, we have to be honest about where we're spending our money and if it's truly where our mouth is. So tonight, I want you to open your bank app, open your credit card statement, and do the following. Step 1, I want you to add up everything that you spent on your appearance over the past 30 days. And this includes things like nail, hair, lasers, Botox, new outfits, new shoes, new purses, that kind of thing. Step 2, write down everything that you spent on real health and body transformation appointment. And I'm not talking about a gym membership. I'm talking about a health and a body transformation coach that provides you with a custom 360-degree plan, weekly adjustments to keep your body and your health progressing, check-ins with support and accountability so you actually follow through, and a full-blown program. We're talking 6 to 12 to 15 months long because we know that's where the real impact is going to be. Now, you have to be real with yourself because if that answer is 0 and the number 0, you got to write it down. Step 3, put those two numbers side by side and just look at them. Just spend about 30 seconds looking at them without judgment, without defensiveness. Just see the two numbers down on paper. Step 4, this one's important. I want you to ask yourself what's truly possible over the next 6 to 12 months if you were to shift some of those funds over. And that's the assignment. You don't have to do anything else right now. but you do need to get honest with yourself on how you're spending your money and if it truly lines up with fixing the root cause of what's actually going on and what's going to help you truly look and feel your best long term. The question then changes from, can I afford it? To then saying, what am I actually choosing to spend my money on and what am I prioritizing? And does it line up with what I say I truly want? At the end of the day, I'm not trying to take away your nail appointments, your hair appointments, your lasers, or anything like that. Because again, I enjoy those services too. And honestly, there's nothing wrong with spoiling yourself. The problem is when all of that spending is normal for these maintenance things, especially as a female, and yet investing in the one thing that's going to truly help you change your health and your body seems out of whack. Like, again, make that math make sense because it just doesn't. Why are we normalizing one and then questioning the other? Especially when we know which one is a better investment. Your body and your health are not a nice to have. It's a literal thing you need to age in a way where you feel good over time. And I don't know about you, but feeling energized and strong and confident as I age is way more important than how my face looks right now. Now, if you're looking at these two numbers right now and you're like, okay, Perry, I get what you're saying, but like, what does an actual body transformation look like? Well, you're in luck because I created a video that walks through the 200 plus body transformations I've been a part of as a coach for the past 7 years. I break down exactly what works, what doesn't, and what you truly need to do to transform your body and your health for good in a way that sticks and all naturally too. It's linked right here on your screen. Click it to watch it next.